Hello, this is Dan, the real estate guy. I have a special message today for folks who are already doing real estate transactions, have done a few transactions. They're looking for a way to move their career a little faster. They're looking for methods that will improve their business. I think I can provide that. I want you to consider for a moment a video training program that you can own and use every day in whatever time you have available via the internet and videos. All right, I have a video training program designed to show you 14 different ways to purchase property below retail value. I've been at this for 25 years, as I may have mentioned. I've done all kinds of transactions from raw land, single family, duplex, all the way up to a 280 unit apartment complex. I'm now ready to share those techniques to help other people because I can do it without stopping my real estate practice. I'm always going to have 15 transactions going, or perhaps more. I'm going to teach you on real transactions, not theory. We're also going to dig into the archive and go over some great transactions I've done in the past, which I think are going to become available to you again now. Remember, we've just had a huge boom and a big bust. I used the boom and the bust of the 90s to set myself up for life. This one's bigger. You can set yourself up. I still have income coming in from properties I bought in 93 and 94. That income hopefully will come in the rest of my life. All right, you can do the same thing with this market, and I'd like to show you how. Remember, you're going to learn from real deals. I'm not going to charge you thousands and thousands of dollars such as other folks do in the real estate training business. I would like to do what I call win-win. I'd like to provide you this program for about $1.67 a day, all right? A nominal fee per month under a membership program where you can cancel at any time. I believe in win-win. If you're not winning, you need to cancel. No huge upfront fees for something that you might put in your closet or up under the bed or whatever. That's not the way this program's designed. You get into this program, you sign up, watch the free videos before you even sign up. Decide if it's something that you think can help you, something that you could get excited about, and something that could help you and your family. All right? All this stuff has provided me with a great lifestyle. It's been a lot of hard work. This doesn't get rich quick, all right? But I think I can give you some shortcuts. I think I can show you what works. You see, I could write 2 books. One of what works, it wouldn't be real thick, right? I could write another book of what doesn't work, and it's huge. So you can either spend your time out there trying to figure that stuff out yourself, or you can be more directed, more focused, and be more ready to build your real estate mini empire, you could call it. Whether you're going to buy and sell or buy and hold, I do both. All right? Whether you like multi-family properties or whether you like single-family properties or apartment complexes, I do it all. All right? I can give you the ins and outs, the things to look out for. I can show you tips and techniques that you're not going to get in those books or other places. All right? If you follow my buying and selling adventures via the videos, that means you can follow me on actual transactions. You're going to learn from every transaction you do, but why not learn from every transaction I do as well? All right? That's the way I look at it. I don't think anybody becomes an expert in this business until they've probably done more than 100 transactions. I've done over 1,000. If you're sitting there with 1, 2, or 3 under your belt, like I was 25 plus years ago, I was a little frustrated. You know, it was hard to find those transactions. I didn't know exactly where to look. I want to show you where to look. All right? So imagine gaining years and years of experience in just weeks and months ahead, depending on how much time you spend every day. If you're really busy, you can still watch a couple of videos every day. Some of these training videos are going to be 7 minutes long. Some are going to be 27 minutes long. So you're going to find the videos that fit your time schedule. You're going to go through in a logical sequence. You can watch them more than once, right? You can get your questions answered. We're going to be interactive with emails, with webinars. We're going to help people. That's what it's all about in real estate. I've always been convinced the people in real estate who do the best, the people who earn the highest incomes, are always providing a great product at a great price. Their services are valuable. They have a positive outlook and they get things done. They solve problems. I can show you the ins and outs of all that. Every transaction we do needs to be win-win, including the one we're going to do if you decide to jump on board. I already mentioned, I think, that it's a nominal fee. If you break it down, it's about $1.67 a day. I think some of you, or maybe even most of you, spend far more than that at Starbucks, or waste a little bit more than that on something every day. So we're going to give you something of real value for next to no money. And you can cancel at any time. It's a monthly fee. You go for a couple of months and for some reason it's not for you, cancel. All right, real simple. I have a feeling you won't. I think you're going to get drawn into this business like I was drawn into it. You're going to get a great transaction when you see where to look, when you see how to structure them, when you see how to raise the money to do the transaction. I should let you know, if you're sitting there worried about the money, don't. I started without any money. All right? I still use other people's money often. You know, what we call hard money or private party loans. Those work when you get a deal that's low enough. So I want to show you how to do that. I want you to learn how to work a boom and a bust. I've been through 3 of them now. The first one, I was a witness. I was in college. The big boom of the late 70s and the crash of the early 80s. I was safe in college. I didn't even know I was going to be in real estate, but I still kind of watched that whole thing go on. All right, I knew other people that were involved. Then I went through another boom and bust, the late 80s, crashing in the, from about 1990 downward. All right, I was fortunate enough to, at that time, already had done a couple hundred transactions. So I was fortunate enough to be in the right place at the right time with the right knowledge to work a down market. And with the help of 2 partners working every day, we thought it was the only boom and bust we were going to get to work. We set all 3 of our families up for life with a nice income. Bought over 150 properties in that down market. None of us really had a lot of funds. We just had a lot of knowledge. And when you have the knowledge and you know how to find the deals, you can attract the money. It's there. It's all around us. It's like air. But it wants to go to the best investments. It wants to go to the best returns. It wants to go to the safest returns. I can show you how to provide an investor all of those things. You then can learn how to prepare that property, whether you're preparing that property for rent or you're preparing it for sale. Those are 2 different things completely. I'm going to teach you every detail. I'll teach you how to find that great tenant if you're going to keep a property. I'll show you how to get to sell a property if that's what you're going to do with it. All right? We'll show you how to make a return on your money. But think about it. How do you compute return on your investment if you did the entire transaction with other people's money? So it's basically a return on their money. They're going to get part of it, you get the rest, but you didn't have any money in the transaction and you still got paid. I consider that magic. A lot of people don't think it can be done. I do it all the time. I do it over and over and over again. Simply put, you can learn and benefit from my 25 years of experience, over 1,000 transactions, all different kinds, you know, the buy-sells, the buy-holds, the single-family, the multi-family properties. It's all been done, all right? I can break it down for you. I can make it simple. You can specialize with specialized knowledge in 1 or 2 techniques. I can show you how to figure out which technique will work in your marketplace. I'm going to give you fun homework that you can get out there and do in the field that will give you the answers. Which technique's going to work in your area. You know, this boom and bust, like I mentioned, opportunity of a lifetime. To put it in contrast, and you can find out for your area your numbers, but in my area, in Sacramento County, in the 90s there were about 7,000 foreclosures per year. Foreclosures is just one area we're going to teach you, but it puts it in contrast. This time around there was a year where there was over 25,000. I believe it was over 28,000. So you're talking about a situation with 4 times the number of foreclosures that we had in the last boom and bust. Another way to contrast that, and you can check this in your area, our values in the 90s fell 24% over a 3-year period, roughly, depending on what part of town you're in. This time around, 40, 50, and 60% off the top. All right, ask yourself this question. In real estate history, every time there's been a big increase in prices, a big boom, right, and then a crash, what percentage of the time Did the prices return to where they were and then continue back up? All right, what percentage of the time? The answer is 100% of the time. Is it going to happen again this time? Well, I wouldn't bet against it. All right? Now, the time period in each one of the boom and bust were roughly the same, but that's the thing that's going to be different perhaps this time. We don't know yet. If anybody tells you they know the future, you need to turn and run from them. But when a guy's been through this like I have, when you look at supply and demand, when you look at what drives a market, you can see that maybe this one will stay down longer than the last ones, perhaps, logically. However, again, we don't know. It's always supply and demand. Something could change on the demand side, increasing demand, to buy up a lot of these homes, and then prices could go back up. We don't know, but I think you have years. I think you have years to take advantage of this. So if you start learning now, even if you don't have a lot of time and you just took some time to learn this stuff now, the opportunity is not going to leave you before you have a chance to react. You have a lot of time. In the boom and bust of the 90s, once it found a bottom, prices remained flat. And you can, again, check for your area, but in my area, prices remained flat for 6 years. That allowed my two partners and I to gather up a lot of properties and generate a lot of income. Some of those properties, like I mentioned, we still have today. All right? So you have lots of time. You have time to buy and sell. You have time to buy and hold. You have time to grow what I call an equity garden, part of which you'll harvest in the next great market. All right? So we'll keep you up to date. There's going to be lots of training videos already on the site. However, I'm going to be adding new ones all the time. You see, one of the reasons I've decided now is the time to share is because of the internet. All the times in the past, if I was to do seminars or write books or whatever, it would interfere with my real estate practice. I don't want to be a teacher that teaches and doesn't do. I always want to do deals. With the advent of the internet, and when I was approached this time with this format, I decided this is it. This is the one I've been waiting for. I'm going to go out today and go see 2 or 3 projects that are just completing up that will be going on the market later this week. I don't have to fly off to some city to do a seminar to talk to you. I'm doing stuff every day. All I have to do is sit down and do a video for you from time to time, bring you up to speed. Some of this information has to be better than books because it's current. I still think you should read books. That's how I started. I read books for 3 months. But when were the books written? And are they in touch with today's market? Probably not in touch. However, it's good information. If you're going to live and breathe real estate, take it all in. Take it all in, but consider my little membership, my training videos to be practical stuff you can use every day, and I'm using it. All right? As my market changes, and the 14 techniques that I've taught you, only one's working real good for me right now, and there's a number 2 now. Pretty soon there'll be another couple that will kick in and start working again. I can bring you up to date, show you how I figured it out, let you know how to figure it out in your area. All right? You'll be on the leading edge of the investor types in your area. You'll be right there poking at that market to figure out where's the next great wholesale transaction. Really exciting stuff. Go to our membership site. Watch some other free videos. If this is the first one you've seen, we're going to have other ones up there for you to see free. Figure out if this is something you want to go for. Join up, like I said, for a nominal fee per month. Start taking it in. Start setting goals. This market is an opportunity of a lifetime. All right? It really, really is. Now, if you combine this market with my experience and your effort, you can't go wrong. I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.